Imagine waking up tomorrow morning with a superpower. Not flying, not super strength, not invisibility. Something potentially way more useful and infinitely more complicated. You can read minds, everyone's minds, every thought, every internal monologue, every secret desire and hidden fear, crystal clear, like they're speaking directly into your brain. Sounds amazing, right? The ultimate cheat code for life. You'd know what your boss really thinks about you. You'd know if someone's lying. You'd win at poker every single time. You'd ace job interviews. You'd navigate every social situation with perfect information. You'd basically be unstoppable. Most people would kill for this power. And honestly, for the first year you'd feel like a god. An actual god. Because you'd be winning. Constantly. Effortlessly. Money would flow. Success would come easy. People would love you. Everything would click into place like the universe finally decided to play in your favor. But here's what nobody tells you about having a superpower. Here's the real story. And I promise you, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Until suddenly it's not. Until the thing that made you powerful makes you miserable. Until winning at everything means losing the one thing that actually matters. Let's explore what would really happen if you could suddenly read everyone's mind. Not the Hollywood version, not the comic book fantasy, the real version, where you get everything you ever wanted and discover it's not enough, where perfect knowledge becomes perfect emptiness, where the ultimate power becomes the ultimate curse. This is going to be a journey. Buckle up. The Awakening. Monday morning, 7:15 a.m. Your alarm screams at you like it does every morning. You slap it into silence. Roll over. Pull the blanket over your head. Just 5 more minutes. That's all you need. 5 more minutes of sleep and then you'll face the day. And then you hear a voice, clear as day, like someone speaking directly into your ear. God, I hate Mondays. Why do I even bother setting this alarm? I'm just gonna hit snooze 3 times anyway. I should just set it for 7:30, but then I'd hit snooze on that too. I'm an idiot. 3 more minutes. Just 3 more minutes. You freeze. That's your neighbor, through the wall, the guy in apartment 3B. But he's not speaking out loud. You're not hearing his voice. You're hearing his thoughts, his actual internal monologue, the running commentary in his head. You sit up slowly, heart pounding. This is crazy. You're losing your mind. You have to be. But the voice continues, clear, undeniable, real. And then more voices flood in. Different voices, different thoughts. Multiple internal monologues playing simultaneously like you're tuned into several radio stations at once. Upstairs. Woman's voice. Coffee. Need coffee now. Can't function without coffee. Why did I stay up watching that show? I knew I'd regret it. Coffee first. Everything else after coffee. Downstairs. Man's voice. Did I lock the car? I think I locked it. Pretty sure. But did I? Should I go check? No, I definitely locked it. But what if I didn't? What if someone steals it? Should I go check? The hallway. Another man's voice. Rent's due Friday. How am I going to make rent? I'm short $200. Maybe I can pick up extra shifts. Maybe I can ask Tom to spot me. No, can't ask Tom again. I already owe him money. How am I going to make rent? This is insane. You're hearing multiple people's thoughts, all at once, all crystal clear, all completely private thoughts they'd never say out loud. And you can hear every single one. You focus on the upstairs neighbor. Her voice sharpens, becomes the dominant sound. You can hear her specific thoughts isolated from the others. Then you shift focus to the downstairs neighbor. His voice becomes clear, his worries about the car. You can tune in and out like adjusting a radio dial. Individual channels or background static. Your choice. You need to test this, confirm you're not having a breakdown. You throw on clothes, grab your keys, head outside. The morning air is cold, sharp, real. You're not dreaming. This is happening. The coffee shop is 2 blocks away. Your regular spot. You've been going there for months. Know the barista by name. Know most of the regulars by sight. Normal place, normal routine. Except nothing's normal anymore. The moment you walk through the door, you're hit with a wall of sound. Not physical sound. Mental sound. Thoughts. Dozens of them. The place is packed with the morning rush. and every single person's internal monologue is playing in your head simultaneously. It's overwhelming, a cacophony of human consciousness, worries and hopes and mundane observations and deep fears all mixing together. You grab the doorframe, steady yourself, focus, breathe. Slowly you learn to filter, push most of it into background noise, white noise, the hum of human thought. And then you can isolate individual voices, focus on specific people. The barista looks up, recognizes you, smiles bright. "Good morning. What can I get you?" Her voice comes through normally, but underneath, another voice, her thought, just as clear. "Please don't order something complicated. I'm so tired. I've been on my feet for 3 hours already. Just regular coffee. Please just say regular coffee." "Large coffee," you say. "Black, nothing fancy." Her mental relief is immediate and palpable, like a weight lifting. Thank God, thank God. Finally someone easy. Why can't everyone be this simple? Large black coffee. I can do that in my sleep. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Think. Out loud she just says, "Coming right up." Same bright smile, same professional demeanor, but inside she's exhausted and grateful and counting down the hours until her shift ends. You look around the coffee shop, testing this new ability, experimenting with it. The businessman in the corner, mid-40s, expensive suit, polished shoes, reading the Wall Street Journal, face calm and composed, picture of confidence and success. His thoughts tell a different story. The presentation's tomorrow. I'm not ready. I'm nowhere near ready. Why did I promise I could close this deal? I have no idea what I'm doing. They're going to see right through me. I'm going to bomb this presentation and lose the account and probably my job. Why can't I just admit I'm in over my head? He looks perfectly fine. Professional, collected. But inside he's panicking, terrified, convinced he's about to fail spectacularly. The college student at the window table, 19, maybe 20, laptop open, smiling at her screen, scrolling through something, looking happy and engaged. Her thoughts, 3 likes in an hour, that's it. I spent 20 minutes on this post, picked the perfect photo, wrote a clever caption, posted at the optimal time, 3 likes. Nobody cares. I'm invisible. I'm always invisible. Why do I even bother? Everyone else gets hundreds of likes. I get 3. I'm nobody. She looks happy, but she's devastated, comparing herself to others, feeling worthless, convinced she doesn't matter. The elderly man by the door, sitting alone with tea, peaceful expression, calm demeanor, looking like he doesn't have a care in the world. His thoughts, Tuesday is grocery day, Wednesday is the doctor appointment, Thursday is... What's Thursday? Did I have something Thursday? I can't remember. Why can't I remember? Am I forgetting things? Is this how it starts? Mom forgot things at the end. Is this how it starts for me? Should I be worried? Should I tell someone? Who would I tell? He looks fine, but he's scared. Worried he's losing his memory. Worried he's losing himself. Every single person in this coffee shop has a gap. A massive gap between the face they show the world and what's actually happening in their head. Social masks, performance, everyone performing normalcy and confidence and happiness while internally they're struggling with something. Fear or sadness or worry or pain. And you can see both. The mask and the truth. The performance and the reality. Simultaneously, this is real. This is actually happening. You have a superpower. You can read minds. Every mind. All the time. Perfect information about every person you encounter. You take your coffee. Walk home slowly. Process what just happened. And one thought dominates your mind. One clear realization. I am going to absolutely dominate at life. Because think about it. Really think about it. Poker. You'll know everyone's cards. Job interviews. You'll know exactly what they want to hear. Dating? You'll know if they're into you before they know. Business? You'll know what competitors are planning. Social situations? You'll have perfect information. Complete information. The kind of advantage that makes everything easy. You're not just going to succeed, you're going to crush it, demolish it, win at everything, and you do. Oh boy, do you ever. Easy wins. Friday night. 5 days after discovering your power. Poker night with friends. Weekly game. Same group for 2 years now. Mike, Sarah, Tom, and a couple others. Usually you break even, win a little, lose a little. It's more about hanging out than the money. Friendly game. Low stakes. Fun. Tonight's going to be different. Very different. You show up at Mike's place. Everyone's already there. Chips and dip, beer in the cooler, cards on the table. Normal Friday night, except you have an ace up your sleeve that nobody knows about. Actually, you have everyone's cards, every hand, all night long. Cards are dealt. First hand, you pick yours up, pair of jacks, decent starting hand, but before you even look at your own cards, you already know what everyone else has. Mike to your left, his thought comes through crystal clear. Pair of fours, terrible hand. I'll fold if anyone bets even a little. Sarah across from you. Ace-king suited. Nice, really nice. I should raise. Put pressure on everyone. See who's got something real. Tom to your right. 7-2 offsuit. Literally the worst possible hand in poker. Why do I even play this game? Maybe I'll hit something on the flop. Maybe I'll get lucky. Who am I kidding? I should fold. This is absurd. You know everyone's exact hand before a single bet is made. It's not poker anymore. It's not even a game. It's predetermined outcomes that you just have to play out. Sarah raises 3 times the big blind. Standard opening. Mike folds immediately, just like you knew he would. His thought, yeah, not playing fours into a raise, not worth it. Tom considers. His thought, I should fold, this is garbage, but maybe the flop will be perfect, maybe I'll hit 2 pair. What are the odds? Terrible, definitely terrible, but maybe. He calls, you call too. Flop comes down. Queen, jack, 3, different suits. You just hit 3 of a kind. Massive hand. One of the best possible hands on this board. Sarah's thinking, top pair, queen with ace kicker. This is strong, really strong. I'm betting this. Put pressure on them. See if anyone else has a queen. I bet they don't. I bet I'm ahead. She bets. Strong bet. 2/3 of the pot. Tom immediately folds. His thought, yeah, I got nothing. Knew I should have folded pre-flop. Wasted money. You just call. Slow play. Let her keep betting. Build the pot. She thinks, they called. Interesting. Do they have something? Maybe a queen with worse kicker? Maybe a pocket pair under the queen. They would have raised with better. They're probably on a draw. Flush draw maybe. I'm betting the turn. Turn card comes. 7 of clubs. Changes nothing. Your 3 jacks are still way ahead. Sarah bets again. Bigger this time. Almost the size of the pot. Her thought, I'm committed now. All in on the river if they call this. My queens have to be good. They have to be. You call again. Let her think she's ahead. River card. Deuce of hearts. Meaningless card. Doesn't change anything. Sarah thinks for exactly 3 seconds. You hear her internal debate. All in. They'd have raised by now if they had better. They're chasing something and missed. I'm shoving. They'll fold. She pushes all her chips forward. All in. You snap call. Show your 3 jacks. Her face falls. Genuine shock. Wow, that's a great hand. How did you... She trails off. Shakes her head. Smiles. Nice hand. Well played. But her thought is different. How did they know? How did they not raise earlier? I played that perfectly. How did they know to slow play? That's expert level play. When did they get this good? You didn't play it well, Sarah. You didn't read the situation. You just have information that you're not supposed to have. Information that makes poker trivial. Hand after hand. You demolish them. Not every hand. That would be suspicious. But enough. You know when Mike's bluffing. His thought, I have nothing. Please fold. Please. You call, he folds. You know when Sarah has a real hand. Her thought, I've got the nuts. How do I get paid? You fold. Save money. You know Tom's playing scared. His thought every hand. Is this good enough? Should I bet? Should I fold? I can never tell. You push him around. Bluff him. Take his chips. By the end of the night, you're up $400. In a friendly low-stakes game, you've cleaned everyone out. Mike counts his losses, shakes his head, laughs. Man, you were on fire tonight, reading everyone perfectly. It's like you knew our cards. His thought. Seriously though, how did they read us so well? That was uncanny, especially that hand with Sarah. That trap was perfect. When did they learn to play like that? Sarah adds. Best I've ever seen you play. You sure you didn't get secret poker lessons? Her thought. Something was different tonight. The way they played, the timing, the reads. It was professional level. Where did that come from? You just shrug. Smile. Just got lucky, I guess. Cards were falling my way. Tom jokes, lucky? You didn't just get lucky. You destroyed us. His thought. I need to stop playing with them. I can't afford to lose 400 every week. That was brutal. You leave Mike's place that night with pockets full of cash and a profound realization. This is just the beginning. Poker is small potatoes, friendly games with friends. There are bigger games, way bigger. But first, you need to secure your financial foundation. You need a better job, higher income, more resources. And you know exactly how to get it. Wednesday afternoon, 2 p.m. You're sitting in a conference room at a marketing firm. Nice office, glass walls, modern furniture. The company's successful, growing. They need a marketing manager. You need that job, and you're going to get it. Susan walks in, mid-40s, confident stride, professional pantsuit, portfolio in hand. She's the director of marketing, your potential boss. She'll make the hiring decision. She sits across from you, smiles professionally, extends her hand. You shake it, firm grip, not too strong, not too weak. Perfect. Her thought comes through immediately. Good handshake, well-dressed, clean-cut, professional. That's a good start. Let's hope they can actually do the job. Last 3 candidates looked great but couldn't answer basic questions. Please don't let this be another waste of time. She opens your resume, scans it quickly. Her thought, decent experience. Few years at a mid-size firm, some campaign management, project leadership, digital marketing focus, standard background. Let's see if they can talk about it coherently. So many candidates look good on paper but can't articulate what they actually did. So, she begins, professional tone, measured. Tell me about yourself. What brings you here today? Standard opening question, generic. Everyone asks it. You've prepared an answer. 2 minutes about your background. Professional but personable. Competent but not cocky. You deliver it smoothly. Her thought during your answer. Good speaking skills. Clear communicator. Not reading from a script. That's refreshing. They're making eye contact. Engaged. Not too formal. Not too casual. This is good so far. Keep going. She asks about your previous role. Specific responsibilities. You start describing the job. General overview. Project management. Client relations. Digital campaign development. Her thought interrupts your answer. This is generic. I want specifics. What did they actually do? What were the results? Don't give me job description. Give me accomplishments. Give me numbers. Give me real examples. You pivot mid-sentence. Change direction. Actually, let me give you a specific example. We had a client in the healthcare space. They wanted to increase patient engagement. I developed a multi-channel campaign targeting their demographic. We started with audience research, identified key pain points, created targeted content, and implemented across email, social, and paid search. Results were a 43% increase in engagement and a 28% increase in appointment bookings over 6 months. Her face changes. Interest. Her thought confirms it. Now we're talking. Specific example, real numbers, clear results. This person knows what they're doing. This is real experience. Keep going. Question after question. You're reading her reactions in real time. When she's impressed, you expand. Give more detail. When she's bored, you pivot. Change topics. When she's skeptical, you address it directly with examples. It's like having the answer key during an exam. Except the exam is your career and the stakes are your future. She asks about your biggest weakness. Classic question. Most people stumble here. Give fake answers. I'm a perfectionist. I work too hard. Everyone hates those answers. Her thought before you answer, please be honest. Please don't say perfectionist. I swear if one more person tells me they're a perfectionist, I'm going to scream. Just be real. Show some self-awareness. That's all I want. You take a breath. Honestly, I struggle with delegation. I tend to want to do everything myself because I want it done right. But I've been actively working on that. Learning to trust my team. Learning that done is better than perfect. It's still something I'm working on, but I'm making progress. Her thought. Finally. Someone honest. Actual self-awareness. And they're working on it. Not just acknowledging it. Actually working on it. This is a good answer. This is a really good answer. Out loud she just says, that's great, self-awareness is important. But inside she's thrilled. You nailed it. The interview continues. 30 more minutes. You're performing flawlessly. Not because you're incredibly skilled. Not because you're the perfect candidate, but because you know exactly what she's thinking, exactly what she wants, exactly how to give it to her. She walks you to the lobby, shakes your hand. Thanks for coming in. We'll be in touch soon. Her thought, I'm recommending them. They're exactly what we need. Smart, experienced, self-aware, good communicator. They'll fit the team perfectly. I'm calling HR as soon as they leave. 2 days later, your phone rings. HR, they want to make an offer. Starting salary is $75,000. You'd researched the range beforehand. Knew the position could go as high as $90,000. But you also knew from Susan's thoughts during the interview that they typically start lower and negotiate up. You counter with $85,000. Brief pause on the phone. Let me check with the team and get back to you. Hour later they call back. We can do $82,000. That's our final offer. You accept. $82,000. $7,000 more than their opening offer. All because you knew exactly how to play the negotiation. Exactly what they wanted to hear. Exactly when to push. And when to accept. You hang up the phone, sit in your apartment, stare at the wall, and think, I just wanted life. And this is only the beginning. You have no idea how right you are. Because poker and job interviews are just warm-up acts. The real game is about to begin, and you're going to dominate it in ways you never imagined. Going pro. 3 months into your new power. You're settled into the new job. Crushing it. Susan loves you. Your colleagues respect you. You're exceeding every metric. Making the company money. Getting promoted within weeks. Everything's clicking. Friday poker is still happening. You're still winning. Consistently. Not destroying everyone anymore. That was suspicious. Now you win just enough. Stay ahead without being obvious. But it's getting boring. The stakes are too low. The competition too soft. You're thinking bigger. Professional poker. Real poker. Big tournaments. Serious money. That's where you need to be. You research tournaments in your area. Find one. Monthly event at a local casino. Not huge. Not World Series of Poker. But legitimate. 150 players. $500 buy-in. First prize is $50,000. That's real money. That's worth your time. You register. Pay the buy-in. Show up on tournament day. The casino is packed. Serious players. People who do this for a living. Pros mixed with ambitious amateurs. Everyone thinks they're going to win. Everyone thinks they have a chance. You know you're going to win. Not think. Know. Because you can read minds. Every mind. All the time. You're assigned to table 7, seat 4. 9 players at your table. You sit down. Introduce yourself. Everyone's friendly. Chatting. Sizing each other up. Standard pre-tournament energy. Cards are dealt. Tournament begins. And immediately you have perfect information. Not just your table. You can hear thoughts from nearby tables too. But you focus on your 9 opponents. Learn everything about them within minutes. Seat 1. Older guy. Retirement age. His thought. I play every month, never won, but I love this. The thrill. The competition. Today might be my day. Probably not, but maybe. Seat 2. Woman in her 30s, professional demeanor. Her thought. I've cashed 3 times this year. Made final table twice. I'm due for a win. I can feel it. Play tight early. Build stack slowly. Survive to late game. That's the strategy. Seat 3, young guy, early 20s, confident energy. His thought, these old players are so predictable. I'm going to run them over. Aggressive play, put pressure on everyone, make them fold. Easy money, and so on. Every player, every strategy, every fear, every confidence. You catalog it all. Learn their patterns, their tells, not physical tells, mental tells. Their thoughts give away everything. First hour, you play conservative, standard strategy. Fold most hands, play premium hands, don't stand out. Build your stack slowly, let others knock each other out. Player in seat 1 loses all his chips, busts out. His thought as he leaves, maybe next month, always next month. New player sits down. You read him immediately. His thought, first tournament, I'm so nervous. I have no idea what I'm doing. Please don't let me embarrass myself. Hour 2, blinds increase. Pressure builds. You start making moves, raising with good hands, folding trash. But you're also picking up on who's bluffing. Guy in seat 6 goes all in. Big bet, aggressive move. His face shows confidence. His thought shows panic. Please fold, please fold, please fold. I have nothing, absolutely nothing. This is the stupidest play I've ever made, but I need chips. Please fold. You look at your cards. King, queen. Decent, but not great. Against a real hand, you're probably behind, but he has nothing. You call. He has to show. 7-2 offsuit. Literally the worst possible hand. Board runs out. You win. He's eliminated. His thought as he leaves. How did they know? How did they know I was bluffing? I played it perfectly. They just got lucky. Must have gotten lucky. Not lucky, buddy. Never lucky. Hour 3. Tables are consolidating. Players are busting out. You move to table 3. New opponents, but same advantage. You read them all immediately. Know their strategies, their fears, their confidence levels. Hour 4. You're at the final table. 9 players left. Top 3 pay out. First is 50,000. Second is 20,000. Third is 10,000. You're in second place in chips. Solid position. The chip leader is in seat 1. Aggressive player. Raises constantly. Bullying people. His thought, I've got the chips. I can push everyone around. They're all scared. They want to make the money. They'll fold. I'll cruise to first place. He's right about one thing. Everyone else is scared. Thinking about prize money. Playing not to lose, but you're not scared. You're playing to win. Hand 47. You look at your cards. Pocket kings. Premium hand. One of the best starting hands possible. Chip leader raises. Standard for him. He raises almost every hand. You call. Everyone else folds. Flop comes. King 8-3. Rainbow. No flush draws. You just flopped 3 kings. Absolute monster. Best possible hand on this board. He bets. Continuation bet. Standard play. His thought, I've got pocket aces, I'm going to stack them. This is perfect. He has pocket aces. Before the flop, the best possible hand, but you flopped 3 kings. You're way ahead now. You just call. Keep him betting. Build the pot. Turn card. 9 of hearts. Doesn't change anything. Your 3 kings are still dominant. He bets again. Bigger this time. 2/3 pot. His thought, they're still calling. Do they have something? Maybe pocket 8s? Maybe they flopped a set? No. If they had a set, they'd raise. They're probably on a draw. Flush draw, maybe. I'm betting them off of it. You call again. Let him keep betting into you. River card. 2 of clubs. Brick. Changes nothing. He thinks for 5 seconds. Analyzing. His thought. They called twice. They have something. But what? They'd raise with better. All in, they'll fold. Then I'm cruising. Easy path to victory. He shoves all in. Every chip. Massive bet. You snap call. Don't even think about it. Show your 3 kings. His face. Pure shock. Disbelief. He shows his pocket aces second best hand. His thought. How? How did they not raise earlier? That's expert level trap. Professional level play. Who is this player? How did I not know about them? You just busted the chip leader. You're the chip leader now. Massive advantage. 2 hours later, 3 players left, then 2. Then just you and one opponent. Heads up for the title. She's good. Really good. Professional player. Makes her living doing this. Years of experience. But you can hear every thought, every decision, every doubt. She's thinking, this player is dangerous. Where did they come from? I've never seen them before. But they're reading everyone perfectly. Those traps were textbook. Those folds were precise. They know what they're doing. 45 minutes of heads-up play, back and forth. You win some, she wins some, but slowly, methodically, you're grinding her down. Because every time she bluffs, you know. Every time she has a real hand, you know. Every decision she makes, you hear the reasoning first. Final hand. She looks at her cards. Her thought, pocket tens, solid hand. I'm going for it. I think they're weak here. I think they'll fold. I'm shoving. She pushes all in. You look at your cards. Ace king. Coin flip. Roughly 50-50. But you know she has pocket tens. You know exactly what you're up against. You call. Cards are flipped. The dealer runs out the board. Ace on the river. You hit your ace. You win. $50,000. First place. Your first major tournament. You didn't just win, you completely dominated. The tournament director hands you an oversized novelty check, shakes your hand. Photographers snap pictures. Incredible play. Some of those reads were unbelievable. You've got a real future in this game. You smile. Thank everyone. Take the check. Cash it the next day. And the poker world starts noticing. Word spreads. New player at the monthly. Destroyed everyone. Where'd they come from? You enter more tournaments. Win some, final table in most. Build a reputation quickly. The natural, they start calling you. Best reads in the game. It's like they know what you have. Professional players talk about you, respect you, fear you a little. They're not wrong. You do know what they have. Every time, every hand. 6 months later, you're a known pro. Not famous, not Phil Ivey or Daniel Negreanu, but in regional circuits you're respected, making consistent money. 6 figures annually, more than your marketing job ever paid. You quit the job. Susan's disappointed. Your colleagues are shocked, but you don't care. Poker's your career now. Reading minds, winning money, living the dream. People ask how you got so good so fast. You shrug, give non-answers. Just got lucky. Right place, right time. Watched a lot of instructional videos. They believe it. Why wouldn't they? They have no reason to suspect the truth. No one suspects the truth. Because the truth is impossible. You're cheating. Massively. Constantly. In ways that can't be detected. And it feels amazing. Absolutely amazing. You're winning at life. And it's only going to get better. The Empire. 1 year since discovering your power. Let's take inventory of your life, because it's absurd. Absolutely absurd how much you've accomplished. Money. You're a millionaire. Actual millionaire. Just crossed 7 figures. Between poker winnings, smart investments, you knew which startups would succeed because you read the founders' minds, and some consulting work companies pay stupid money for your insights. You've accumulated $1.2 million at your age, in 1 year, from basically nothing to millionaire. It's insane. Living situation. You moved. Obviously. Got a penthouse apartment downtown. Not huge. 1,200 square feet. But the location is prime. 23rd floor, floor-to-ceiling windows. View of the entire city. The kind of place you used to fantasize about. The kind of place that was always out of reach. Not anymore. The furniture is expensive. Real leather couch. Not that fake stuff. Actual hardwood dining table. Art on the walls. Not prints. Original pieces from local artists whose work you knew would appreciate. Because you read their thoughts about upcoming gallery shows. Everything's curated. Everything's perfect. Everything screams success. Career status. You're known. Not famous. Not celebrity level. But in poker circles, you're a name. The natural. People recognize you at tournaments, want photos, ask for advice. You've been featured in a couple of poker magazines. Small articles, but real coverage. And then People magazine did a piece, not about you specifically, but you were included in a feature about poker prodigies, the new generation. 1 page, your photo, a paragraph about your meteoric rise, the headline, "From nowhere to the final table in 6 months." The article went semi-viral, at least in gambling circles. Your social media followers exploded, 3,000 to 80,000 in a week. People recognize you at restaurants now, ask for autographs, want selfies. You're not famous, but you're known. You're somebody. Business opportunities flooded in after that article. Dozens of emails. Want to endorse our poker site? Interested in starting a training program? How about a YouTube channel? We'd love to sponsor you. You can hear what they're really thinking through their words. Most are just trying to profit off your name, use your new fame for their benefit, offer you pennies while they make dollars. But a few are genuine, fair deals, mutual benefit. You partnered with those. Within 3 months, you had multiple income streams. Endorsement deal with a poker site, online training course teaching your strategy, YouTube channel with hand analysis, affiliate partnerships with poker tools, money coming in passively, even when you're not playing. You're not just winning at poker, you're building an empire. Small empire, personal empire, but an empire nonetheless. Your accountant called last month. You hired an accountant. That's how successful you are now. She said you should incorporate, create an LLC, tax benefits, asset protection. You're making enough that it makes sense. You incorporated. You're a business now, official entity, tax strategies, retirement accounts, financial advisor, the works. Your parents, you flew them out, first-class tickets, put them in a nice hotel, took them to dinner at Alinea, 3-star Michelin restaurant, tasting menu, $300 per person. Your dad nearly choked when he saw the menu. His thought, these prices are insane. $30 for an appetizer, this is crazy. But they're paying. They invited us. Don't say anything. Don't embarrass them. Just enjoy it. He ordered the most expensive steak on the menu, 14-ounce ribeye, $75. His thought, if they're paying, might as well. My kid did good, really good. So proud. So incredibly proud. Your mom barely ate. Too emotional. Her thought through the entire dinner. They're doing so well. Better than we ever did. Better than we dreamed. We struggled so much, worked so hard. And look at them now. They made it. They really made it. Everything was worth it. Every sacrifice. Everything. You hugged them goodnight outside their hotel. Your mom cried. Happy tears. Your dad pretended something was in his eye. Their thoughts were simple. Proud, so proud. Our kid made it. That felt good. Really good. Better than winning tournaments. Better than money. Making your parents proud. Showing them their sacrifices weren't in vain. That you succeeded. That you're okay. Better than okay. That's worth everything. Social life, you're popular. Everyone wants to hang out with you. Because you're successful now. Because you have money. Because you're interesting. Because you always know what to say. Your friend group changed. Some old friends dropped off. Too different now. Too much distance. But new friends appeared. Successful people. Interesting people. Poker pros. Business owners. Influencers. People who were out of your league a year ago. Now you're peers. You throw parties. Your penthouse is perfect for it. 20 people. Good wine. Catered food. Everyone has a great time. Because you know what everyone wants. Who should talk to whom. Who to introduce. How to make everyone comfortable. You're the perfect host because you have perfect information. Health. You're in the best shape of your life. Started working out seriously. Hired a trainer. Well, you go to a gym where trainers work. You can hear their thoughts as they watch people work out. They're doing that exercise completely wrong. Terrible form. They're going to hurt themselves. I should say something. But they didn't hire me. Not my business. So you correct your form. Every exercise. Perfect form. Because you hear exactly what you're doing wrong. You've optimized everything. Workout, diet, sleep schedule, everything. You're basically peak human, peak success, peak everything. Every aspect of your life is optimized, every relationship managed, every opportunity seized. People ask your secret. How did you figure it all out? How did you go from nobody to millionaire in a year? You give non-answers. Hard work, dedication, some luck, right place, right time. They accept it, they believe it, because they have no reason not to. The truth is too impossible. Your life is a highlight reel. Instagram perfect. Every day better than the last. Wake up excited. Go to bed satisfied. Everything you touch turns to gold. Everything you try succeeds. You have everything. Literally everything you ever wanted. Money, success, respect, health, friends, family pride, purpose, achievement, everything. And one day you realize you've reached the end. The deepest part of your mind is telling you, if we're done with everything now, we can move on to the boredom phase. Hero mode. Before we talk about the boredom, let's talk about the one thing that still feels meaningful. The one way you use your power that actually matters. Month 8 into your new life. You're walking downtown, late afternoon, heading home from a poker session. 1-3000. Good day. Normal day. Then a thought cuts through the background noise. Sharp, urgent, different from the usual mundane thoughts. Tonight. I'm doing it tonight. Can't live like this anymore. Tonight. You stop walking, turn, look for the source. It's a teenager, 16, maybe 17, wearing a hoodie, headphones in, walking alone. Their thought continues. Nobody would even notice. I could just disappear. They'd be better off. Everyone would be better off. Tonight, after everyone's asleep. I've got it all planned. It'll be quick. It won't hurt. It'll finally be over. They're planning suicide. Right now. Tonight. Serious plans. Detailed plans. You could keep walking. Not your problem. Not your responsibility. Just some random kid you don't know. Their life. Their choice. But you can save them. You know they're in crisis. You can intervene. You can make a difference. You follow them. Not creepy. Not stalking. Just concerned. They walk to a park, sit on a bench, pull out their phone. Their thought, text mom, tell her I love her. Don't say why, just tell her I love her. Then go home. Wait until everyone's asleep. Then, you can't let this happen. You walk over. Casual. Non-threatening. Hey, mind if I sit? They look up. Suspicious. Their thought, who is this? Go away, leave me alone. I know this is weird, you say, but you look like you're having a rough day, and I've been there. Whatever you're going through, it gets better. I promise it gets better. Their eyes water immediately. Their thought, how did they know? Can they tell? Is it that obvious? Can everyone see? Out loud, they just say, I'm fine. Their thought, I'm not fine. I'm so not fine. But I can't tell them. I can't tell anyone. You don't have to tell me anything, you say. But if you need someone to talk to, no judgment. Just, I've been in dark places. I know how lonely it feels. They break, start crying. Their thought, someone noticed, someone actually noticed. Maybe I can say something. Maybe I can tell someone. They don't tell you everything, but they talk. For 20 minutes, about school, about feeling different, about not fitting in, about bullies who make every day hell, about parents who don't understand, about feeling trapped, about feeling worthless, about feeling like there's no way out. You listen, really listen, and you say exactly what they need to hear, because you can read their deepest insecurities, their deepest fears, their deepest wounds. You matter. I know it doesn't feel like it, but you do. The people who make you feel small, they're dealing with their own pain. Their cruelty says everything about them and nothing about you. Your worth isn't determined by people who can't see it. You have value. You have purpose. Even if you can't see it right now, their thought. They understand. They really understand. Nobody's ever understood before. Maybe I can get through tonight. Maybe I don't have to do it tonight. Maybe I can wait. Maybe things could get better. You give them the suicide hotline number, your personal number too. Call if you need. Text if that's easier. Seriously, anytime, day or night. I mean it. They nod. Their thought. I'll try. Maybe I'll try to get through tonight. Maybe I'll try tomorrow too, one day at a time. Maybe I can do one more day. You walk away. Check your phone an hour later. Text from an unknown number. I don't know if you remember me. Park bench. This afternoon. I just wanted to say I'm still here. I'm going to try. Thank you for noticing. Nobody ever notices. You saved a life. Right there. In that moment. Because you could read their mind, could see the crisis, could intervene at exactly the right time with exactly the right words. And it feels incredible. Better than winning $50,000. Better than making your parents proud. Better than anything. You saved someone. You made a difference. Real difference. It happens again 2 weeks later. Woman at a bar, thinking about driving home. Her thought, I'm fine, I'm totally fine. Just 3 drinks, spread over 2 hours, I can drive, I'm fine. She's not fine. Blood alcohol way over the limit, and she's planning to drive. She's going to kill herself, maybe kill someone else. You approach. Hey, I'm calling a rideshare. Want to split it? Save some money? She protests. I'm fine to drive. Her thought. Am I fine? I feel fine. But maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't. But it's so expensive to get my car tomorrow. And I have work early. Maybe I should drive. I'll be careful. I'll cover it, you say. Seriously, better safe than sorry. Her thought. They're being nice. Really nice. And maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't drive. Yeah. Okay. Better safe. She agrees. You get her home, safe, potentially saved her life, definitely saved someone from getting hit by a drunk driver. It keeps happening. You start listening for people in crisis, in danger, in need. Using your power not just for personal gain, but to help, to save, to intervene. You stop a robbery before it happens. Hear the robber's thoughts, his plan, his timing, his target. You alert casino security. They increase patrols. The robbery never happens. Nobody gets hurt. Your anonymous tip saved the day. You help police solve a murder case. You're watching the news. Local story. Unsolved murder. They're interviewing a person of interest. He's on screen, denying everything. His thought comes through your TV. They don't know anything. They can't prove anything. The body's hidden. Nobody will find it. I'm safe. Just keep denying. They have nothing. You know he's guilty. You know exactly where the body is. You heard him think about it. About the storage unit, about the false wall, about thinking he was clever. You call the police. Anonymous tip. Check the storage unit on 5th Street, Unit 237. Look behind the false wall in the back left corner. That's where you'll find what you're looking for. They check. Find it. Find everything. Case solved. Killer arrested. Families get closure. Justice served. All because you could read minds. You become a secret hero. Nobody knows it's you. Nobody can know. But you're out there, saving people, helping people, making real differences, one mind at a time. This is what the power is for. This is the purpose. Not just winning money, not just achieving success. Actually helping, actually saving lives, being a force for good in the world. And it's the only thing that still feels meaningful, the only thing that still matters, the only thing that makes you feel human, because everything else is starting to feel hollow. The boredom. Month 14. Peak of your success. Everything achieved, everything acquired, everything accomplished, and you're miserable. Not obviously miserable. You still smile, still function, still go through the motions, but inside you're dying. Slowly, quietly, dying of boredom. Because here's what nobody tells you about getting everything you want. It stops meaning anything. You're sitting at a poker tournament. High stakes. $10,000 buy-in. Pros everywhere. Serious money on the line. You should be excited, nervous, engaged, but you're bored, profoundly bored. Because you already know how this ends. You'll either win or place high, guaranteed. Where's the suspense? Where's the thrill? Where's the actual risk? Every hand is predetermined. You know everyone's cards. Know every decision before it's made. It's not poker. It's not even a game. It's just going through motions, acting out a script where you already know the ending. You fold a strong hand because someone has better. No drama, no decision, just inevitable fold. You call a bluff because you know it's a bluff. No courage required, no read required, just certainty. You place third. Win $25,000. Should feel great, should feel accomplished. Feels like nothing. Empty, hollow, meaningless. Business meeting next week. Potential investor for a new venture. You're pitching a poker training platform. He's interested. He's thinking about it. His thoughts are crystal clear. This is a good idea. They know what they're talking about. I'm going to invest. Probably 200,000. Maybe 250 if they negotiate well. So you know you've won before the meeting even ends. You know exactly how much he'll invest. Know exactly what terms he'll accept. Where's the negotiation? Where's the challenge? Where's the actual business? It's theater. Predetermined theater. You're just acting out scenes with known outcomes. Conversation with friends later that week. They're talking about their lives, their problems, their hopes. You're listening, hearing their words, but also hearing their thoughts. Your friend Mike is talking about a girl he likes. I think she might be into me, but I'm not sure. Should I ask her out? What do you think? His thought. She's definitely not into me. I saw how she looked at that other guy. But maybe I have a chance. Please tell me I have a chance. She's not into him. You know because you heard her thoughts at a party last month. She thinks he's nice but friend zone material. But you can't tell him that. So you give generic encouragement, knowing it's false hope, knowing he'll get rejected, unable to warn him without revealing your power. Every conversation is like this now. Fake, performed. You know what everyone's really thinking. Know what they really want. Know what they're not saying. And you have to pretend you don't. Have to act surprised. Have to act engaged. When really you're just exhausted. Movies are ruined. You watch the director's commentary. Hear their thoughts about what they were trying to convey. Every artistic choice explained before you see it. Every twist spoiled before it happens. Every emotion dictated before you feel it. Books are worse. You read the author's interviews, hear their thoughts about themes and characters. Every surprise spoiled, every mystery solved, every journey predetermined. Even music is affected. You hear artists talk about their songs, hear their thoughts about meaning and intention. The magic is gone. The interpretation is gone. It's just decoded information now. Life is a video game with all cheat codes activated. God mode, infinite money, all secrets revealed, max stats. And just like in actual video games, the cheat codes make it boring. The challenge is gone. The discovery is gone. The achievement means nothing. You're sitting in your penthouse. $1 million view, everything you ever wanted. And you're thinking, is this it? Is this all there is? You have everything. And somehow, that means you have nothing. Because nothing surprises you anymore. Nothing challenges you. Nothing excites you. Nothing feels real. Late nights, you lie awake. Your neighbor's thoughts filter through the walls. Mundane worries, genuine concerns, real human experiences. The woman upstairs worrying about her job interview tomorrow. The man downstairs hoping his daughter gets into her preferred college. The couple next door arguing about money and then making up and laughing together. They're living, actually living, experiencing uncertainty, feeling surprise, taking risks. They don't know what tomorrow brings, don't know how things will turn out. And that unknown? That's what makes their lives real. You know everything, and knowing everything has killed everything. You start taking bigger risks, higher stakes poker, more dangerous situations, anything to feel something. But it doesn't work, because you always know the outcome, always in control, always safe, always winning. Winning has become losing. Success has become failure. Everything has become nothing. You're the most successful person you know, the most powerful, the most informed, the most in control, and you've never been more miserable, never felt more empty, never been more alone, because real life isn't about winning. It's about trying, about hoping, about not knowing, about taking chances, about being surprised, about failing sometimes, about genuine uncertainty, and you've eliminated all of that, optimized it away, guaranteed yourself success at the cost of meaning. You have everything, and it's crushing you. You have everything anyone could want: money, success, power, perfect information about everyone and everything, and it means nothing. Worse than nothing. It's made everything meaningless. Winning without challenge is hollow. Success without risk is empty. Knowledge without mystery is poison. You're the most powerful person alive, and you've never felt more powerless. You can control everything except the one thing that matters. You can't make life feel real again. Can't make anything matter. Can't make the emptiness stop. A voice, not out loud, in your head, clear, undeniable, impossible. You are not alone.